Hi, I am looking good in reflection. Good afternoon, guys. Brian here, and today I want to give you my impressions on the MMC Azalea figure. This is Master Mind Creations' take on IDW Arcee, and this is a mold that I've wanted for a while because I love the design of this Arcee. Hate the character of this Arcee, but love this design of Arcee. In fact, I got her basically so I could put her on my War for Cybertron shelf or something along those lines. I don't know. I haven't decided where I'm going to put her, but this is my favorite Arcee design. So much better than the G1 cartoon to me. Anyway, that's getting into my opinions that I hold off until later. So here she is in vehicle mode. She's supposed to be a hover car, so she's got this little stand that makes it so it appears like she's hovering. Oh, wait, hold on, before I get too much further. In the box, she's got her really thick plastic collector's cards. I really like the plastic of this. She's also got her instructions / comic book, which, you know, I kind of feel like I should read some of these because I don't read them, and I like fiction, and these are fiction that are not fiction. Like, I mean, there's Topspin and Twin Twist, but I don't know. I feel like I should read these, but I don't. But there's the instructions as well. Oh, hey, the preview for Impactor. Sorry, distracted. Anyway. Whoa. Yeah. Instructions. For the box itself, it's got a flap that allows you to open it, and you can see... Come on, guys, look up a little. Will you? Look up. Yeah. You'd be able to see the figure inside there. You can see me. Hi. I am looking good in reflection. Anyway, cool artwork. I like it. Oh, it's got a metal clasp too. That's kind of cool. I really kind of like the artwork on this. I like the boxes of these guys. 4 boxes. I like them. I don't really display boxes or anything, but it looks nice. Well, I'll tell you. I'll put that there. But here is the figure again. You got this little stand to make it so it appears like it's hovering. You can look down again. Come on, guys. There you go. Okay, so stand that makes it look like it's hovering works pretty well, actually. You've also got weapon storage. So these are her swords, and I kind of love these swords. I wish they were like 5mm pegs that I could more easily give to other characters, but I do really like these swords. Just to give you a close-up of them. There, I'll hold it in the middle so you can see the blade. There. Dig these swords. Like, I wouldn't mind owning a slew of more of these swords. And they just peg onto the side of what will be her leg. And probably something that I get a kick out of far more than I should, her guns clip on very securely right here. There we go. And I really kind of dig these guns too because they have that little transforming handle there. I'm like, oh, that's cool. The look of the gun is okay. I don't really like stuff like that. They're a double-barreled thing because does the gun come out of here or does it come out from the middle? I don't know. Either way, I really get a kick out of the click that it does. This. Simple pleasures for simple minds. Underside. You can kind of see your head if you're looking for it. This peg, of course, is removable. You can see arms and you can see legs if you're looking for them, but it's not like super blatantly obvious. I think it's a good blend of the robot using vehicle mode stuff, and it's also a Cybertronian vehicle, so I like it a lot. Now, there are a whole bunch of versions of this mold. This is the only one that I have, and I do want the others, but I haven't gotten them. And I'm sad, but simultaneously pleased. And there are a lot of variations you can do with the mold itself. Like, you can flip this little panel up and put these... Okay, by the way, if you didn't realize what I just did, these panels can pop off. And there is a hinge on here, which likes to pop off on me a lot. But you can then put them in here, like this. Actually, I haven't done this since I put the Autobot logo on, so I hope this is... that logo doesn't screw anything up or get screwed up. So yeah, you can plug them together and plug them into that little thing there and make a slightly different alt mode. And also on her legs, you've got these fins that can pop up. So I can make that look a little different. And you can also rotate them, which, you know, I'll get into the aggravation of this later. But essentially, you can make kind of a plane. And that doesn't look too bad. And of course, you could leave these nose section, I guess, up here, plugged into these ports. And, you know, achieve a variety of looks just with playing with some of those options. And combined with different color schemes and paint jobs, that actually does help differentiate these molds pretty well. So I haven't seen them in person. I want to, but I haven't. And of course, all of these are compatible with the little flight stand thingy. You know what I just realized? I would love it if there was a some sort of port on here for a Tamashii stage. That would have been awesome. But oh well. Alas, woe is me. Alright, so back in Arcee vehicle mode, let's do some size comparisons in this mode, because she is actually rather small. Here is my general yardstick of Generations Chromia, who is an Arcee mold. So it's kind of an apt comparison. And they, okay, actually they are about the same size. You know, minus the wheels, they are about the same size, I guess. So yeah, I guess I hadn't realized that until just now, so I guess it's not too bad of a comparison for that. But let's throw in Slipstream and Black Arachnia. And you can see how she compares with these guys. They are all about the same size. So not bad looking size-wise. There we go. I wish I had 3 hands and I could hold up all 3 of these. Alright, there you go. For a modern comparison, there is Combiner Wars Drag Strip. No, that's not Drag Strip. That's Dead End, yeah. And there is Motor Master, who has been repainted in Optimus Prime, so that's how big she would be to Combiner Wars Optimus. There you go. And I've got him here. Here is Ultra Magnus and Springer. And that actually does not look bad. I am really good and okay with this size grouping. These guys look good together to me. I like this. And comparing her to aforementioned Spartan, who I got stuck on the drawing of for some reason. Drastically different in size. She's like almost as big as his turret. Like, yeah, she is almost as big as his turret. If you take these pieces off and kind of ignore like part, I don't know. I guess if you chop off there and chop off there, it becomes as big as that. Kind of a dumb statement to make, but not a huge figure. But I think that is basically all there is to say about her vehicle mode. Most of you guys want to see a comparison with the Minimus Ambus. There he is. He's tiny too. So, what do you say we go ahead and get her into robot mode and discuss her there and do some other stuff about that robot mode, huh? That sounded creepy. Just gonna go to do. And there she is in robot mode. And I will say right off the bat that when you get her into a good stance, she looks awesome. But let's get down to the articulation, shall we? Get that out of the way. Her head is on a ball joint and can move around. Oh, let's zoom in on that head sculpt for it. That is actually a pretty nice looking head sculpt. Could use a little bit more paint, like if the... I'm pretty sure if the lips were painted blue like in the comics, and I might do that myself one day, look a little bit better. But yeah, that's a pretty nice looking head sculpt. Definitely one of the better G1 Arcees I've seen. But for articulation, her head is on a ball joint. It can move around quite a bit. Can look up quite a ways. Can do the head nod. But only if you turn it, you might notice. If you put it facing forward, let's pull this out. The spike back here for the vehicle mode prohibits her movement. So in order to get her to do the full thing, you have to get it past that. So that's really kind of a sucky thing. Another sucky thing you might notice is that this thing does not stay together at all. Like, no matter how hard you push it in there, you can get this to lock in like that. That is a solid locking that will come undone in a moment's hesitation. See, there it goes again. Unlocked. That bugs the crap out of me. I'm going to put this back on, though. But I was in the midst of talking about her articulation. So, her head is awesome when you can get it to work. Her arms are on a ball joint and can move all around. The shoulders can kind of get out of the way. Or not the shoulder, the backpack can kind of get out of the way. Her shoulder pads are like independent, so they don't really hinder things. The arm can go out that much, which is a pretty good range. Has a bicep swivel at the actual like upper part of the bicep, so that can go all the way around, and a really awesome double jointed elbow. She also has a wrist swivel, which is a little loose actually, and I'd like it if this whole assembly thing were a little bit tighter. She's got a waist joint, but in order to use that waist joint, you have to undo that little backpack thing, and she's also got an ab crunch, basically. So she's got a joint here and a joint here. This one is basically for transformation, but you can still use it for articulation. So you can get her into some cool poses with that. And these little hip skirts are also on, I think they're actually on ball joints, so they can get out of the way too. But it sucks that you have to undo part of the backpack in order to get some more articulation. And it's not like even that clips in solidly, it's just kind of rests there. I'll get to this in a second. For her waist, for her legs are on a ball joint and can go forward quite a ways. Backwards, well, would go quite a ways with the exception of the butt flap. Can go out very far. And has a thigh swivel and a swivel right above the knee. So her legs can do a whole lot of swiveling. She's also got a double jointed knee, and that's awesome. And her foot can rotate and pivot and go down. So her leg, in addition to doing that, her leg is pretty awesome. And you might notice the hover stand I have attached to the back of her foot as a heel spur, because that's actually kind of awesome that you can use that like that. And, to be honest, you don't really need it. She can stand basically just fine on her own. Despite having really small feet, she stands just fine. I put it on there to A, keep it all together, and B, to help just, with that little bit of extra. And you might have also noticed that she has the guns on her thighs now, which you do parts for them, unfortunately. I suppose you could leave them back here, but I really do like that you can put them on her thighs right there. I already showed off the guns, I believe, but yeah, they can do that, and of course she can hold them. In either hand, obviously. Her swords clip in back here. Let go. Okay. There's that little peg right there that clips into this little groove notch thing, and then you fold the swords open, and you drop the figure. That's an important part. Don't forget to do that. And these swords kind of suck in that you have to put them in and then rotate them in to get to lock. Well, I suppose you don't. Yeah, no. I guess you do have to do that way. It'd be kind of better if they were just like more 5mm ports or something. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the way the swords are, but I am a huge fan of the swords. So, yeah. But yeah, that's her articulation. And like I said, when you get her into a pose, she looks awesome. But let's do some size comparisons as long as she's kind of in an awesome pose. Let's put her next to some figures that aren't in awesome poses. There's Chromia, my yardstick. About the same height. Also got Windblade. TFC's, no, not TFC's. Takara, Slipstream. And why not throw Black Arachnia in there as well? We'll put her right here. because she's tall. So there's some fembots for you. Azalea looks pretty good, and to be honest, she's a little bit widespread, so there's a better sense of height for her. She's a tall deluxe. Because I have them on hand, there's Quintarius Slug from Fall of Cybertron. And we've got Grimlock here too, who's trying to untransform his legs. I'm okay with that. That looks pretty good to me too. And because why not, there she is with MMC's most recent release of Spartan, aka IDW Impactor. We have IDW Ultra Magnus and IDW Springer. These guys don't look bad together. I'm not opposed to these. If you want to see her with some modern stuff, there is Dead End, whose name I briefly forgot, and Breakdown. And there's some Motormaster as well, who has been repainted in Optimus Prime, so you basically know how tall she would be next to Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. And a comparison I should have done while she was in vehicle mode, but didn't think about it until just now. There she is with Generations Jhiaxus, made from the G2, no, not G2, this is Armada Starscream mold. And to be honest, I still really do kind of like this mold. So, significant size difference there. But I guess I'm still okay with it. Like, I don't need my scientists to be big guys, so I'm okay with this, I suppose. Alright, so, on the transformation itself, I'm just going to set some stuff aside here. Oh, Azalea. I wanted you so much, because you are an awesome looking Arcee. But the transformation is so frustratingly annoying. Nothing locks in solidly, except for this. I do love the way the arms transform. You do that with the arm, and then you tab that in there. So you use this double hinge to get the arm up, and this locks solid, and I love that. That is like, holy crap, that's so cool that you do that. I don't know why that tickles my transformation funny bone, but it does. But yeah, her transformation itself, I don't like that transformation. Like, there's nothing specifically like wrong. It's just the execution of everything is just super not intuitive, not solid. Like, you're supposed to get, okay, I wasn't intending to do that, but in here, in this leg, you see that little post right there? You're supposed to get the hand around it. Yeah, and this little tab right here down at the bottom of the cuff would go into that, I think it's like a mold hole that they do, because lots of figures have it. I mean, of course, the one figure I grabbed doesn't have it. Even the Windblade mold has it. The little cut made so you can see the joints in there. I think it has to do probably with like tolerances and whatnot. But anyway, you have to put that tab into that slot, along with getting the hand to grip the post that I pointed to earlier. And there's nothing like explicitly wrong with that. And that's actually a pretty ingenious way to do it, because that's the way it's supposed to go. It's kind of solid, kind of nice and secure. Everything is supposed to go together. Problem is, it doesn't stay together at all. It is super hard to keep that all locked together. Especially on this side. This side just refuses to do it. And the aforementioned neck plate never locking in. Just... I like the transformation. Oh, and you have to spin this around. You have to spin this section around to get the hood port facing forward. And no matter how you do it, it's a pain in the butt. You can take these off and it makes it easier a little bit, but not hugely, because you still have to get it over the nub, not the port that moves around. This transformation just is not a good transformation to me. It needed refinement, needed solidity. So I guess that kind of leads into my final thoughts on the figure. This is definitely a figure that when you get her into a pose, you leave her there. Because fiddling with her is a super annoying piece of... Yes, I'm talking to you, Azalea. I love the way you look, Azalea. But holy crap, are you a pain in the ass to get to any good position. Oh, I should also point out, repo label. You know, if you didn't notice, repo label. I think that's the only one I put on there. Yeah, I like the figure. I still want the other repaints, because I do think this is the best looking Arcee mold ever made. But definitely it's a case of when you get her into a pose, you leave her there, because she is not a user-friendly figure. I really hope the, oh, Striker? Is that her name? The next one that's coming out for these, fembots, I really hope she has no more issues like that. And to be honest, even Spartan had issues with his transformation. So, like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with MMC, but with Master Mind Creations, but it's just a bummer that their transformations are just annoying the crap out of me. But that said, I still do think this figure looks awesome. So, since I'm not exactly one that's playing with my toys, getting her into a cool pose and leaving her, I'm generally okay with, because that's kind of what I do. But yeah, she is not a desk toy. She's not something I would just grab to mess with, really. And that's kind of sad. I do enjoy desk toys. But that's basically my thoughts on Azalea here, guys. And I'm curious to know what you guys think about her. What do you think about Arcee and IDW? And I also want to take a moment to sincerely say thank you to you guys who have subscribed to us, watch our videos, and pass on the word about us, and spread the word about us. You guys are absolutely amazing for doing that, and you're the reason we keep doing these videos. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, here's looking at you, Pinky. Nope, that doesn't work either. Bye! Bot down, bot down!